Welcome to Christian Business Exposition, CBE 2023, which shall host the Women of Business and Ministry Summit, WOMS, at Stratford, London. Do enjoy this brief trailer and at the end register your interest to attend.
In the mystery of understanding yourself in the area of marriage, finding the life relationship God expects of you. You see in Proverbs, the Bible recorded and said that whosoever finds a wife will obtain favor from the Lord. And most people don't seem to understand it, because the woman in question, when the man is looking at her, the man looks at her purely from a wife material first. Then the man marries her as a woman. Then she becomes a wife. So you have a wife in the spiritual sense and capacity that she has. She's married as a woman. Then she is made a wife. But for you to understand that the world reverses the scenario, you go to Luke chapter 14. And in Luke chapter 14, Jesus was talking about the parable of a man who was hosting his friends for a dinner. And one of his friends said, I have married a wife, and you should be excused. If you understand the implication of that, you know how devious the world is. If a man marries a wife, that means he is in adultery. A man is supposed to, like I just said to you, see a wife material, marry her as a woman, so he doesn't sleep with her, he doesn't pet her, he doesn't make her clean, cook, or do any of those things, or breed children before she is married. That is the woman's state. And when she is married, she now does all that. She becomes an encouragement, a support. She becomes a wife material that the guy had seen before he marries her. But the strange thing in Luke 14 is this. The guy sees a woman, marries the woman as a wife, and then takes her in as a woman. Meaning that along the way, there is a misjudgment. Because that is what the world does. They take a woman, not a wife, and marry her as a wife, meaning stays with her, gets along with her, and breeds with her, then takes her in as a woman, which now makes her be tactically not a wife material, because you have reversed the spiritual angle of what things are. So that is why the man in Luke 14 said, I have married a wife. You cannot marry a wife, you marry a woman. You marry a woman and make her a wife. But you see, if you look at the Proverbs, it says you see a wife material in her before she becomes a wife. Though she is a woman, but in your sight you are seeing a wife material. You marry her as a woman, not defiling her, not making her go and do the course of being a wife. Only after marrying her as a woman does she become a wife to you. So it's wife, woman, wife. But the world makes you a woman, marries you as a wife, and turns you into a woman again. And that is a loss of focus for most women. It's a very complex thing. Most people don't understand this, and it makes people fail, because that's the reason why there's a high level of cohabitation, because you go and see a woman and then you go and cohabit with her as a wife. Then when she now finally becomes pregnant, you guys start raising family. You now leave her back as a woman. But if you saw her as a wife material and you marry her as a woman and then you take her in as a wife, you have a blissful home. It's important you understand this and know how it works out in the area or spiritual understanding. It's extremely important, and it's one of the few things we need to look at as you look into the Chase Me project. It's expedient we follow through.
To register for CBE 2023, which hosts the Wombs Summit, please call Jean on 0791 630 6888.